let's talk December, Canadian Olympic trials. You don't get on the team, and you're a world finalist for Canada, right? So how much did that affect you in the month of December, not getting on the team? Your Midlands was just, you weren't yourself at Midlands. How much did that affect you in December?
I try not to think about it, but it's the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. And just a low point in my life.
What did they do to get you back on track? What did the coaching staff at Oregon State do to get you back on track?
Get back on the mat. We just get back into schedule. Classes, school, wrestling. I was trying to stay away from it, but coaches know I was right, and I got back into it.
Looking at you, you're from BC. You guys used to come down to Oregon State for camp. I believe that's how they recruited you. Not to mention you're a world finalist. You're pretty good. But how hard has this whole adjustment been? You're born and raised a freestyle guy. Dad was a world team member, I believe, for India.
Yeah, he's in wrestling.
Yeah. So your dad represented India. You represented Canada. What has this whole transition been like for this style where you're holding someone down for a point? Where like your whole life, you would never stand up. That's silly. A guy will soup you, right? What's that been like?
It was a big transition. When I was little, I used to go across the border to Washington and wrestle collegiate tournaments and stuff as a kid. But they're obviously not collegiate level. And getting here my first year was tough. It was a big experience trying to get up off the ground instead of just laying there belly flat. But I'm adjusting well. I'm still learning. So.
Were you born in Canada or India?
Canada.
So when did your parents come over from India?
My dad came in 1974.
1974, and then was he training in Canada when he represented India?
No, but he was still training for wrestling and stuff in Canada, up at SFU.
A question. Talk about your goals in freestyle. I mean, obviously you've been junior world champ, right? And you have an opportunity ahead of you if it's something you want to do. Is that a plan for you?
Yeah, that was always the goal. The goal was 2016 Olympics, but that's over and done with. So next is obviously World Championships, University World Championships. We had that this year, so that's the next goal there.
2020. Is 2020 the new reset, hit reset, new goal?
It is hard to say, but it is. Now it is, yeah.
Hey, your weight class is very loaded here. You have 5 junior world medalists in the weight class.
Yeah.
Just talk about the challenge of. I mean, everyone's looking at the weight because of the 2 guys in the finals, but it was a real difficult field for anybody here. Talk about what it took to get to this.
Heavyweight is probably the most stacked weight class I've seen right now. You have, how you're saying, 5 world medalists. It's amazing, especially with Snyder back in it. And it was good. He was a great wrestler. So
training is so much different. There's so much more pounding and so much more weightlifting and all this other stuff that you guys probably just don't do in BC and Canada. How much different is that? I asked you about the style adjustment, from point scoring, laying on your belly to not getting turned to standing up now. But how much has that affected your body? You've had some injuries. The training's totally different. What's that like for you?
The biggest thing would probably be the schedule we have. In freestyle, it's more like you compete every month, 2 months maybe, and we get prepared, we taper off and all that. But with collegiate, there's nothing of that. It's 5 months, 4 months.
So intense.
Very intense tournaments every week, so that's the biggest change.
2 more years left at Oregon State?
Yeah, I believe so.
You believe so?
I think so.
2 more years left at Oregon State.
Yeah.
Okay. Will you go back to Canada? Is India an option? What do you do moving forward? Do you stay in Oregon? What do you do?
I'm not quite sure yet. We're just going month to month right now after Olympics, so we're going to set out a schedule when I get back home with the Canadian coaches, and we'll go from there.
Does anyone ask you any questions like this ever?
No, not many. Sometimes. They always ask me how collegiate is and freestyle is, how the difference is. Wrestling's wrestling, but collegiate's still a bit different.
What do you miss about BC?
The home-cooked meals. That's it.
Hey, congratulations. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.